everyone, I'm Kelly D, and today I'm going to share with you a quick and easy recipe used from the lentils. Now these peas are so versatile. You can use them with rice to make a starch dish. You can use them by themselves as a protein to make a lentil stew. But today we're going to make lentil patties, a quick and easy dish. You can use them at parties as a snack, or you can use them as a side dish. So let's go over the ingredients. We have half a cup of lentils, about 3 medium-sized potatoes, and we need fresh seasonings. Here we have small sweet pepper, a small onion, then we have the chives, marjoram, parsley, thyme, but you can use any type of fresh seasonings that you have. We're going to all chop these together and mix them up like this. So ready, done. All of our seasonings mixed together. And to fry, we're going to have some flour, breadcrumbs, and oil for frying. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to cook the lentils and the potatoes. So I'm going to put the lentils into a small saucepan. We're going to put it on with some water to boil and allow them to cook for about 15 minutes until they're soft. We're also going to cook the potatoes in a separate saucepan. We're going to peel them, put them into some small cubes and put them to cook, but we don't want the potatoes to be too soft. So you're going to cook them, and when they're about 12 to 15 minutes along, you just prick them with a fork to see how soft they are. We don't want the potatoes to be too soft. And once our potatoes and our lentils have finished cooking, I'm going to show you the next step. Our potatoes and lentils are now finished, so we have them here in a large bowl. We're going to crush the potatoes and the lentils together. It's easier to use a fork, but you can use a potato masher if you have one. Just mix them all together and crush them. And we're going to add this seasoning as we go along. This is usually the fun part, just mashing all the potatoes all together. We're going to mash the potatoes. Remember, the potatoes are not supposed to be too soft because we're going to use the potatoes to hold the patties when we form them. We're going to mash them all up, and then we're going to add some seasoning. And we have here our mixture of onions and sweet pepper and chives and marjoram, and you can add whatever you want. And you taste it as you go along, and if you think it wants a little more seasoning, you can adjust it. You can adjust the seasoning. So I'm going to mix this all together, and then I'm going to show you the next step. Now if your mixture is too wet, you can add a little flour just to hold it together. But as long as your potatoes are nice and firm when you're mixing them, it shouldn't be that wet. But just in case it is, you can add a little flour just to hold it. So I've already formed one patty here. I'm going to go ahead now and just add it to the flour and breadcrumbs that I mixed together. Now I'm going to get my hands all dirty as we're going to form it. Some persons at this stage turn it into a roll and call them lentil rolls, or into a star and call them lentil stars, but we're just going to be traditional and say lentil patties. So once we have our lentil patties formed, now we're going to fry them. Alright, we're going to fry these up. Make sure the oil is nice and hot. Have them in for like 3 minutes on each side, but you can test it based on how it is when you're frying it. Make sure one side is nice and hard before you flip it over, and then we're going to be done. Our patties are now done, and they smell great. Excellent finger foods, golden brown, perfect for any party or event. hot. Hot. And delicious. You have to try it.